Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to another YouTube video. Today we're going to talk about a very interesting book that I read and I really loved. The name is To Kill a Mockingbird. We're going to talk about it right after the intro. Roll the intro, baby. What's up, guys? I'm Vic, back with another one, and this is actually the book. To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. She was an American writer born in Alabama, and this was actually published in 1959 for the first time. So this was way back, guys. This is a very old book, but very, very, very good. I really recommend it. She, by the way, she was born in 1926. Harper Lee was born in 1926, and she died in 2016 at 89 years of age. So she lived a long life. But this is really good. I really recommend it. Roll on. Let's start with the little summary about this book. This is basically about the main character. His name was Scout. There are maybe another two main characters that their name were Atticus, that's the father of Scout, Jen, the brother of Scout, and there was like this friend they had that his name was Dill. So this is supposed to happen in a little town in 1929. So back when the segregation was going on and everybody was racist towards African American people. So in this book, it starts off by letting us know that everybody in this little village they live in is poor. Of course, Atticus, the father of Scout, has a lot of food because he's a lawyer and food comes in as payment. Jen and Scout are basically going all the time to a house that is like there's a mysterious man that nobody knows who he is or where he comes from or anything. But Jen and Scout always go there to try to get him out of the house, but he won't come out. Atticus, the father of Scout and Jen, is a lawyer, and the judge comes in his porch and tells him that if he could be the lawyer of an African American man by the name of Tom Robinson, because he had allegedly raped a 19-year-old girl. At first he was hesitant, but then he said he would be his lawyer. So the white people in the little town were very racist at that time. So what they did was they mocked Atticus and they threatened to kill him. And one time there were a lot of white people with Atticus in the center. They were threatening to kill him, and then Scout came in and slowed down, like chilled out everything, what was going on there, because he knew somebody that was threatening him. He knew a guy that was there, and she just de-escalated the situation. So months later, at the hearing, there was Atticus with Tom Robinson and the girl he had allegedly raped with his father. The first guy who was in the stand was a witness that the father of the girl had called right after it happened, and he said that she was with a black eye because Tom Robinson hit him. He said he had a right eye, that her right eye was black, and then he said that all of her neck with both hands was strangled, and then she had like marks in the hand. So then the father came in and confirmed the story, and then Atticus questioned him. He asked him that if he could write his name. And he could. He write his name with the left hand. So if someone is a lefty, they hit him in the right eye. So then the girl was questioned, and she confirmed both of their stories, and he couldn't even look at Tom Robinson in the eye. Then Atticus called to the stand Tom Robinson, and he asked him what really happened. And the story of Tom Robinson was that every day she would invite him in to do something, to fix something in the house every single day, every time that he walked past their house. So every time he walked by, she would stop him and tell him to go fix something. One time it would be the door, one time it would be the stairs or anything. So he said that once he was fixing something in the roof, and she tried pulling his pants down, and then she started kissing his face, and he was embarrassed and then ran away. That's what Tom Robinson said it happened. Then Atticus threw something at Tom Robinson. He catched it with his right hand, and Atticus asked Tom that if he could write, and he said yes. And so he wrote with his right hand, and he asked him that why didn't he write with his left hand, and Tom Robinson said that he couldn't use his left hand because when he was picking cotton, he got hurt and he couldn't move his left arm at all. So the parents said that they had strangled her with both hands and they had hit him in the right eye. How did he do that if he was a lefty? I mean, if he wasn't a lefty, and if he couldn't move his left arm. The jury takes a break to come to a conclusion. A little while later, they come back and they get to the conclusion that Tom Robinson is guilty and sent to life in prison and to end his sentence to death. So he was being transferred to a jail to keep him there and then kill him when he ran away. They said he ran away and someone shot him and he was killed. Months later in Halloween, Jen and Scout came out and were going to get some candy for Halloween. So they were walking in some branches in the woods, and someone grabbed Jen and started hitting him. So he started hitting Jen, and then some mysterious man came in and helped Jen, but he was already really beaten up and he was unconscious. So he helped Scout, and he beat and he killed the father of the girl who Tom Robinson had allegedly raped. This man was actually the guy in the house that nobody knew who he was, that he never came out. His name was Mr. Arthur, and he helped Jen and he helped Scout. Then as Jen wakes up, it's the end of the book.